Welcome everybody to another episode of Tales from the Jails. We're here live in Parliament, USA. TNS Media Group is the team and the family. You know who I am, Tawfiq Page. Got my counterpart, Mr. Brahim Jackson. And today we got a special guest, somebody who went viral for some of the wrong things he didn't want to go viral for, but he's here today to talk to us. Tell everybody who you are if you can.
Hey man, it's Kobe Artis, man. PA in the building.
Okay. And where you from? Where you from originally?
Newcastle, Pennsylvania.
Newcastle, Pennsylvania. How did you end up here in Philly? How did you end up like in the streets of Philly, like moving around in Philly?
Jesus told me to come over here and teach the law and teach knowledge and also praise his name. So I came over here on 420 and I landed and I came out and I started walking around with my AR-15 open carry to show people that it's not scary, but it's legendary.
Okay. So you had a situation where as though you went viral, like I said,
Yeah.
I saw something like, you was walking with the AR or the gun for days, I believe, before your incident.
22 days.
Yeah. So what? So you walk around with the gun. You wanted to inform people about the laws about open carry and so forth and so on.
Yeah, in Kensington and every single. I was trying to get to every single hood, but I got to every single side of town on the first day, riding the SEPTA with Google AI Gemini. I planned it. And I would ask it how to get to places, things like that. When I came out at City Hall, nobody cared that I was open carrying on 420. And next thing you know, I asked it where to go. It said Kensington. So when I went to Kensington, I went there and I didn't pull out my phone. I didn't have an Instagram. I didn't have nothing. I just walked down there and met the guys, shook their hands, told them what I was doing, stuff like that. And I come like this and I come like this, but I also have this, you know what I mean? So some of them do this. Mm-hmm. And it got scary and 60th and Market and, places like that. But it was 52nd and Diamond and stuff like that. But Kensington was very much loved. So that's why I would go to Kensington every day to get my breakfast. And everything's so cheap there. And I can budget there and I can eat every day and make sure I'm good every day. Mm-hmm. Smoke my tobacco every day, just be chilling. So I started going down to Kensington every day, man. And I made a community down there with Ride Free organization, the Ride Free nonprofit down there on Kensington and Allegheny. Shout out to them,
Okay. So you're moving around with this firearm. A lot of us know from where we from, a lot of people, like you said, people are unaware. Like if I knew what I knew now, back when I was a young guy, I'd have probably, I don't know, I had to carry firearms because of what I was into, but I understand the importance of having a firearm and having a license to carry. But when I was a kid, I started carrying guns at, 12, 13 years old.
Because you never think you'll live that long. Yeah,
because we young, we programmed to get a gun. So me, I wanted to get a gun and have a gun. Not that I wanted to kill somebody, just that we just was infatuated with guns. Like he can attest to that as well. Like we wanted to carry firearms. We young with guns. Right. So now you get older and you understand the importance of being able to carry a gun. But a lot of us catch cases between our teenage years up into our adult years, so which prevents us from ever having the possibility to carry a gun because we just drop into these actual neighborhoods or these environments where as though if you ain't got a gun, you might be a case. You know what I'm saying? The term, I'd rather catch a case than be a case.
Right. And that's basically what I was trying to tell the 18-year-olds is that the Sumter ruling, the new 2025 Sumter ruling says that open carry and a rifle in the city of Philadelphia or any place in Pennsylvania is now legal because if you just have an ID, that's all you need. You don't need an LTCF. The Hicks ruling says that the sight of a firearm or the suspicion that I have a firearm is not enough to search and seize me. And then the Barr ruling says that the suspicion of marijuana or the smell of marijuana is not probable cause to search the person or their car. So if you see me walking around with, say, Black and Mild or something that looks like a backwood, but the police would think that it was CBD, or they would see me with a joint paper. A lot of the videos would see me with the joint paper, but it would be tobacco. Mm-hmm. And the police would sit there and, stand there and not touch me and not do anything like that. But they'd be like, oh, we're smoking weed, walking around with the AR. No, I'm not. I'm smoking a cigarette, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Let me ask you a question. Do you think,
and you can't do nothing about it. You can't touch me.
Let me ask you a question. Why? So, I don't smoke, and but I'm saying, why wouldn't you just, if you smoke, why wouldn't you just go get a cigarette, a regular cigarette? Because I'm telling you, because when
at first I didn't trust the Lucy's from the store.
Roll it as tobacco, it looks like weed. So now it's like you just, looking for a problem. Like I saw something. I was downtown the other day, and I'm walking. I think me and you was walking, and there was a guy sitting there. He's smoking weed right next to the cop because he can't, because he has a his license. But I'm like, why is he doing that, knowing that the cop won't say something to him?
It's a $25 ticket in Philadelphia to smoke weed in public. You know what I mean? You're not going to get taken away.
Well, he's like, well, I got my car, but he was like, man, he's got his car. He can smoke weed if he wants to. But I'm saying, like,
but me
why
with the
not
gun
just
would have
walk
been a
down?
different story. That would have been me using drugs, felony. You know, it's a felony to be smoking weed and having a gun. I don't do that. You know what I mean? So it can be completely ridiculous. All the comments on the internet, they would say that too. And this guy's crazy. And this guy's gonna get robbed. And this guy's gonna get this and that. The whole time I'm down there literally hugging your son, bro, telling him how to not kill someone and murder, but how to just maybe get a gun, get disciplined, train with it, and maybe if someone dares to come down your block while you stand there with your AK-47, then maybe you can catch a self-defense homicide and get out the next morning like we do in Newcastle, Pennsylvania. But now that I've been in RCF and CFCF and I've seen the justice system in Philadelphia, I know that you will not get out in 2 weeks. You will be out in 2.5 years. You will fight for your life if you do a self-defense homicide here, or if you try to defend your life here in Philadelphia. I would go directly to Bucks County, Montgomery County, any other county than Philadelphia County to live and try to just not kill anyone ever. Because you know, you may go to hell.
Yeah, you definitely will. But listen, I want, you know me, I'm like right now I'm like the student to you. Because, you know, I've been locked up for majority of my life, right? And being locked up for the majority of my life, I've seen a lot of things. 46-year-old, damn near ready to be 50.
Yeah.
But I've never, ever heard of open carry in Philadelphia or seen one do it until you did it.
Yeah.
So I want to know, like, did a rule change somewhere along the line that let people open? Because I still don't see it to this day.
Yeah,
Even
2025.
So at 2025, that's when it became law.
June 23rd, 2025, Commonwealth versus Sumter, SUMPTER. Shout out to Riyadh Sumter. You know, Riyadh was walking around with his rifle open carrying, rightfully, at the age of 19 years old. They tried to put a case on him. It got taken to Supreme Court, like other cases I know that will. And, you know, now it became case law. The Sumter ruling says that 18-year-olds can open carry with an ID anywhere in Pennsylvania, This is not New Jersey. This is not Baltimore. This is not Maryland. Any of these places that are close to here that I didn't know that you could really get to that quick. You know what I mean? All those little laws try to seep over the bridge. All those little New Jersey laws try to seep over the bridge. Next thing you know, you won't be able to carry 10 rounds here. You have to carry 5. You know what I mean? It's completely ridiculous that you can't just walk around with your guns open carry, but the police do all day, and we feel real safe when the 90-pound girl walks around with her little Glock like she knows how to use it. She does not. She cannot protect anyone. What is she going to do in a scuffle or anything like that? Just like the COs in the jails. What if something really goes on and one of these guys really pulls out that banger and it really goes down in here? And you let everyone go to the yard and you don't care about nobody going out in the yard with their bangers. You don't pat nobody down, nothing like that. And then you close the door and walk away for 20 minutes and let them die in there. Oh, but people's looking through the window. You got the white shirts in the window looking all right. Yeah, at their phones, bro.
Explain what a white shirt is for the audience.
A white shirt is a supervisor in the jail. They pull out the bear spray on you if you ask any questions or if you try to dare challenge them in CFCF.
Wow.
Yes, they do.
So let's talk about the day that you got arrested. Like what happened? How just start your day off as far as, you know, you getting up and just let us know what happened that day. How was that for you?
Oh, I woke up in the morning down in Kensington, and
where were you staying at?
I was staying in the Maze studio actually down there. You know, my man Jason. I met him on the first day on the train. He brought me to the Maze studio late night. You know what I mean? It was probably midnight or not midnight. It was about to be midnight because the night owl was about to start and the train was about to stop. I'm on the way back to Kensington. You know, just trying to do my open carry thing, teach some more law and stuff like that. It's my first day, and he said, "Man, you went viral on Instagram." I said, "What?" I said, "Yeah, man, you went viral on Instagram." I don't have Instagram. I don't have any social medias. I just came here with my phone and with it on. Yeah. And that's it. And my money, that my last check. And, you know, I gave my baby mom the tax return and, you know, came here to do my mission real quick. I was supposed to come back in 7 days. I ended up staying for 22 days because I feel like, because Jason told me that I thrive here and that I strive here. And then everybody on every side of the city start coming up to me and stuff like that. So I'm at this Maze studio and he tells me, "Hey man, you need to make an Instagram." That night, that first night, he makes me an Instagram, PA in the building. And the PA in the building thing, everywhere I walk now, every day, I tell them, "Hey man, it's Kobe Artis, it's PA in the building." "Hey man, it's PA in the building." I get 4,000 followers in 14 days, 3 million views in 2 weeks. I'm sitting there looking at this shit like, wow, I got to monetize this. You know what I mean? I got to do something with this. I go do a big podcast with this guy Turtle and this other guy Joels, and next thing you know, next day, I'm hanging out with my guys, open carry, and I got 3 guys. This is the day before I get locked up. And we're walking around the whole city, and we walk around with rifles, AK-47, 5.56, and 5.56. Shout out to Terry Ross, shout out to PBE, and shout out to me. We walk around the whole city. We hit South Street that night. We hit everything. Pulling girls, all that. You know what's going on
With
down
the guns
there.
out.
With the guns out. Big titty joints down there. Nice joints down there. I love South Street. Shout out to you beautiful females down there on South Street. I love, these we don't have black women like that over there in Newcastle that really have jobs and want to care for themselves and all these nice things. So these black women here really amaze me the way that they look. Because we got all white girls. That's all we get. You know what I mean? So the next thing you know, we down there with our guns, macking, all this other shit.
Oh, let me stop you for a second. Was people looking at you like,
oh man,
you got that brand?
We're down there at Jim's Cheesesteak, and across the street there's this poppin' bar where all the girls go and stuff like that. So we across the street just trying to catch them going in and out, whatever, flowing. And we stand there like we're security or whatever. Not really security, but we security for ourselves.
Right.
And we just hanging out, chilling and stuff like that. And next thing you know, we go over to Jim Cheesesteak, and we went in there with our ARs and sat down and ate, and no one looked at us crazy and stuff like that. Because I'm also hanging with a guy that has a state agent badge. I'm hanging out with Act 235 guys, 2 of them. Yeah. I walk around with Act 235 guys, or just it could be a regular individual citizen. You know what I mean?
And what's Act 235? What is that?
Act 235. I never knew about Act 235 until I came here like 2 months ago. It's a security. It's like you can work private security for like Floyd Mayweather. You can guard paintings. You can guard a person for private.
You have to have an act to do this.
Yeah, you have to be hired to do security. You have to do that. But just to open carry, that was the thing I was coming with. Just to open carry, you just got to be yourself. And you got to be brave. And you got to come out with that gun. And you got to not be looking tough at everybody. And not be trying to try everybody and do all this extra shit. You think I would have made it anywhere in Philadelphia, or anyone would have let me slide if there was any fake in my blood, or I would have been pulling out my camera for some views or anything like that. All the shit that went viral was people recording me. My rule was, I don't record anything. Let everyone record me. Because in the Bible it say, don't worry about anything, just pray about everything. So I just go ahead, walk around, and I pray, and then I go ahead. But then I got a little mouthy, and I got to seeing the corrupt cops, and it got me out of my body. And that's the videos you'll see of me yelling at them and acting out of pocket. But then when I'm yelling at them, you don't get to see how they walk away and they leave these kids alone. Because why are you telling these kids to disperse off of K&A and off of Wishart? Why are you telling these kids to disperse when they just standing here chilling? They're standing here chilling. That doesn't mean they're selling drugs. Are you selling drugs, officer? You have 16 guys standing out here on a fucking corner. You too, bro. You too. What are you doing? You know what I mean?
I want to back you up because I think we speeding a little bit because you ain't finished answering the question as far as what happened that day.
Yeah, that day I got booked. I'm fucking hanging out down K&A. And everyone think I got robbed because the night before, like I was saying, I was hanging out with Terry Ross. But Terry Ross got robbed. After he left me, he dropped some kid off at Water Street in Indiana, and the kid stuck him up and took his fucking AR-15.
Damn.
Terry didn't think he could shoot the kid because the kid had his back turned or whatever. I'm not going to advise anyone on the laws or anything like that, but per se, it would have been me. If you're robbing me for my firearm, you will get shot anywhere, even if you turn around. I don't know what training Terry had. But the training that I have, Pennsylvania state law, if someone's robbing you for your firearm, you can act. Back turned or not, he can shoot you like this. He can just and just, what if it had FRT in it? What if it, you know what I mean? So next thing you know, Terry gets robbed. I go ahead the next morning, I wake up, it's on Citizens app. I go outside without my guns. And I see how I want to see how everyone's going to treat me. Everyone's like, oh, he got his shit took. I go ahead, I grab my book bag. I put it back together. I put my AR back together. I put my pistol together. I come back out, open carry, and with just, the rifle and the pistol, no shirt. And I walk back again the same route. And everyone's like, oh my God, he got it back in blood. Oh my God, Kobe went and got his shit back. So they think somebody robbed me. I played it to these kids as if I didn't even say anything. But they think that somebody robbed me and that I went and got my gun back. And now I got my shit back. Because how the fuck does he have his AR with a 45 round clip now and he just had a 30? He only had 30. Kobe been walking around for 21 days with just a 30. Now all of a sudden, this nigga got 45 rounds. Next thing you know, I'm down K&A. The cops walked past me. They said, yeah, they robbed your buddy and you're next. You're going to get your gun took next. I didn't know what they meant by that.
So a cop told you that?
Yeah, right before I got booked, 10 minutes before I get booked, I remember he said, you next. And next thing you know, when I got in the car with my bitch, we went to Aramingo ShopRite to go get some lettuce to make some tacos. She said, Kobe, you going too viral on the net. Everybody's recording me, showing everybody that I didn't get robbed. So I'm going mad viral on the net early morning in K&A. And everybody's peeping. Everybody's like, oh, Kobe still got his pipe. It was some other pussy that got robbed. Next thing you know, she pulled up on me. She's like, you got to get the fuck from out of here. Everybody recording you. You're doing too much. You need to come lay in the house with me. We're going to fuck all day. We're going to make some tacos. I said, oh, that sounds pretty good. So I get in the fucking car, and we get to ShopRite, and they pulled up on me. If those would have been not cops, they would have killed me, bro. They would have been just some regular niggas in Philly or whatever the fuck, they would have killed me. Bro, fucking all up on me, bro. Put the fucking dot on me and the big-ass AR and everything. It wasn't even, it was like a sniper, bro. And the guy hopped out and opened my door and shit and put me on the floor, and I'm telling him, like, yo, man, it's just me. It's Kobe Artis. Like, what's the fucking problem? What's going on, guys? And the agent walks up to me, and he's like...
what agent? Is it a federal agent?
It was like Agent Murphy. He walks up to me and
this is a federal agent?
It was like a attorney general.
Oh, wow.
And he was like, hey, man, I'll talk to you in a second. Calm down. The kids, the kids care about you. Everybody's recording me out at the shop, right? The kids care about your image. You got to maintain your image. I said, man, I said, man, fuck it, image. I was just being myself. What the fuck did I do? You know what I mean? What the fuck did I do? I will talk about it in a second. He put me in the paddy wagon, and my bitch comes out, and she's fucking... like, what the fuck's going on? They're like, let us search the fucking car. And they're like, okay. So I grab my book bag out. My guns are in there taken apart. Legal. I got my LTCF on me. Legal.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong. And next thing you know, he comes over and he's like, you got a VUFA charge. You got a gun charge. And he closed the fucking paddy wagon on me. A gun charge? Pussy, you got 2 legal guns in front of you with my fucking names on them. What the fuck is wrong with you, bro? Where are you taking me to jail for? I've never been to jail in my fucking life, day in my life. You're talking about a VUFA violation. What the fuck is that? You know what I mean? So I get to the court. I get to the 25th precinct, and I sleep there for like 12 hours. And I wake up in the bail hearing, and I go up in that joint, and they talking about $2.5 million.
And listen, and you ain't had no shirt on inside the district?
No, I had my Jesus shirt on that I got from Somerset. They were down there preaching on Somerset. When I walk with my gun, I got a shirt, and that's why I got locked up.
Oh, yeah, because if you ain't had no shirt on in that district, you'd have been...
Oh, I was sleeping on the cheese sandwiches, and then I asked for the Bible, and then when I wasn't reading it, I was sleeping on it with the cheese sandwiches and shit like that. So then there was this nigga crying in there and shit because he had evaded this fare, and he's on probation, but he evaded the fucking fare at the train stop, and they locked him up for the shit. And because he had like tried to push the cop off of him or something, you know what I'm saying? And this nigga crying all night and shit. Next thing you know, I go out to the bail drawing, and I told him, I said, they gave me $1 million. Because first they said 2.5. Then the lady was like, nah, we'll give him $1 million because of FBI watch list or something like that. They would have had to put me on, right? Next thing you know, I go on ahead, and I go in the cell, and I said, fuck, I'm never getting out of here. $1 million. Wow. $1 million. Wow. For little old me.
So what you was at the district still when they gave you this bill? Yeah,
I was still down there, and the guys would come and fucking give me the waters and shit all the time, for real. I mean, it was all right, but then next thing you know, some of the officers from Kensington would come to the food tray, and well, I'm in the holding cell, and Officer Bell came, and he was like, oh yeah, pussy, that bail's pretty high. You never gonna get out. You know what I mean? This and that. And then Officer Wright came. And I would tell Officer Wright out in the streets, I'd be like, I'm gonna fuck your wife, Officer Wright. I'm gonna fuck her. You're not gonna be able to meet quota because you can't lock up these kids anymore. You can't stop and frisk them anymore. I'm telling them about the laws, how you can't stop and frisk them anymore. Hicks ruling says that the mere sight of a firearm or the suspicion doesn't mean that you can stop and pat them down. It's not New York City, buddy, it's PA. And in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and Newcastle, Pennsylvania, they don't stop and frisk us. So I tell him I fuck his wife. Next thing you know, he catch me in the fucking food tray, and I just got my bail and shit like that. He like, yeah, how you gonna fuck my wife now, pussy? I was like, yo, this nigga's a savage. Really spit on me like, this nigga's crazy.
Spit on you?
Oh, real shit. Man, Officer Wright, man, I ain't catching him out there yet and shit, just walking around. But, he's down for it. He's down for the friendly fade and everything. He walked up to me the one time. I had my chopper on me, everything. It's raining. I do it in the rain. And he come up to me and he was like, man, it's all over the net. You talking about you gonna fuck my wife, this and that, this and that, this and that. His man's pulling him back. And I'm like, man, you would never go hand-to-hand combat with me after work off duty. We got the gloves down there, down at K&A Ride for free. Maybe we should just do a nice charity match, a nice sanctioned boxing match or something, huh? And he's like, no, you would never go fist to fist with me, this and that. And he's really getting fucking tight, and his man's had to pull him back, this little white guy. And I was like, yo, this shit is crazy. Like this, I got this one actually hot. The other ones don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
The other ones probably know what's coming for me, that they're trying to fucking set me up and frame me or whatever the fuck they're trying to do. I don't know. But, innocent man here that legally carries firearms, that tries to teach kids the law and knowledge and never misled them. No one got arrested other than me. Paul Birdsong got his license revoked and 5 of his other comrades because he wants to have a group community that walks around open carry. The Black Lions, right? The Black Panthers, the Black Lions?
Yeah.
Paul Birdsong just got locked up on the 11th here because he wanted to open carry in Chester or conceal carry without his LTCF. Buddy, you're allowed to open carry, but once you get in the car, the gun is concealed. How did you not know that? And you're older than me. And you dare talk down on me when I got locked up. You thought it was over for me until I prayed to the Lord, and then I got bail reduction. And then I got bailed out. Shout out to Lawyer Up. Shout out to Lawyered Up. I'm lawyered up, baby. You thought it was over for me until I prayed to the Lord every day, even in the holding cell with the Bible. I took the Bible the whole way through the jail, kept it, still got the rosary from the jail. Never will leave him, never will leave Jesus, never would turn my back on him. He saved me forever. I knew that Jesus saved me when I woke up, when I got to the hotel the first day after, and I came in, my hands was black because I shook so many hands in Kensington. You can't wash your hands in Philadelphia because there's no bathroom. You can't take a piss or a shit in Philadelphia because the addicts ruin it for everyone, right? And even downtown, anywhere, you can't get no bathroom. You can't wash your hands in a Subway or a Starbucks, even where the white girls are supposed to be.
They
know
do.
what I mean?
They do got like the downtown, like on down by the what's that on Arch Street? They do have the little portable down Arch Street. You can walk in the drains and wash your hands and go to the bathroom. They do have them down there.
Arch Street.
Down on Arch, like right off of Arch. You know where the L&I is?
No. What is it?
Okay, well, license inspection. They have. I saw it down there, and they have some portable stuff down there. But when you out here in Kensington, hell no, you're not seeing it out here now.
No.
I want to get something straight here because I'm still probably a little cloudy. My waters is muddied a little bit. I want to know, what was the charge that they charged you with? I know you said WUFA, but
WUFA is like a violation of Firearms Act. It's like a 6111 and a 6115 they charged me with. I think it said on the paper when the public defender came in that it was loaning or lending a firearm or something. So next thing you know,
so now the plot thickens.
it said maybe that I transferred. First the charges said sales of firearms, and it said that I sold a gun to somebody.
Okay.
Then they changed it and amended it and said that now that I've allegedly handed somebody my firearm that wasn't supposed to have.
So you was never arrested for carrying it out?
No, I've never got arrested for open carrying. You are perfectly legal to open carry in Pennsylvania. Do not be scared. Do not be worried. We are lawyered up. We have never committed any crimes, ever.
So why would they make this claim that you passed it off? Did you actually pass it off to somebody to hold it for a second one day and they seen that and retrieved it back? Or
just like I said, and I was telling the kids out here, 18-year-olds, I say kids sometimes in my videos, but I mean 18-year-olds because they're kids to me. I would say,
exactly.
I'm 3rd Marine trained by Eugene Mars. My neighbor Eugene Mars had trained me and taught me very well that your rifle is your life, and you don't let your rifle leave your hands. I would go to sleep with my rifle. Every single second of the day you would see me online, I would have the rifle very, very tight to me.
I've seen it.
Unless it was slung and I was dapping somebody up, giving them a hug, or holding someone's baby, because people would hand me their babies to take pictures with. But I'm such a scary individual. But I'm not a role model somehow, right? ABC 7 Chicago News. How dare you slander my name? How dare you say those things that my son's gonna have to read about me later? That I'm a monster. That I'm a terrifying guy. That I was down there terrifying people in Kensington. Who's scared of me in Kensington? Everywhere I walk in Kensington, I'm dapping up the bros, and I'm dapping up my friends, and we're hanging out, and we're eating good, and we're chilling, and no one's bothering me, no one's robbing me, no one's bitching me, nothing. But I'm such a scary individual. So they would have killed me if I was scary. If they would have killed me if I was scary, and I would have came to the places that I went to with the Green Steps and the West Side projects with Fearless Frankie Brown. You know what I'm saying? And he's from the Past Nook projects. You know what I mean? And he brought me to 18th Street, North Philly, up there. And it was crazy, man. It's crazy here in Philly. I've never seen nothing like it, man. I've never seen anything like it. Because even though I got the AR, I'm still scared. I'm still scared. People still go like this. People still go like this, even if I'm coming like this sometimes, until I say something like, hey man. Like, I would say things like this to the white kids I see with the mask. I say, hey man, what you hiding from? And he'd be like, what? Man, what the hell are you talking about? But nigga don't get too crazy when you got the AR in your hand. So I'm not like dissing him either. So I'm just asking him, like, what you hiding from? Like a joke. What do you mean? I'm like, who you hiding from, bro? Like, what the fuck you hiding from? Take that fucking mask off, bro. Why don't you just come out with one of these? Man, why won't you get rid of that dirty and go get a clean? Because you just spent $1,000 on that little switch right there, but you could have got 2 ARPs. Or you could have got 2 AR-15s if you're only 18. Because all you need is ID. All you need to do is walk in with your ID and your money and buy your gun legally with a background check.
Even if they have a record, they can't carry their weapon.
No record. Just don't have no record.
Or you
Don't
can't
have
have
no
a
mental
record.
health. Don't have no mental health record. Don't have no domestic violence. Don't have 3 DUIs, and do not have any felonies.
Oh, so 3 DUIs can stop you from getting...
3 DUIs equals they give you a felony after you get 3 DUIs.
Oh, yeah? Oh, I didn't
it
know
turns
that.
into like a felony DUI or something like that.
Oh,
yeah,
really?
it's over with. It disqualifies your gun rights.
Damn.
So how long was you in the county for?
40 days.
Damn, damn near 2 months.
Said 40 days and 7 hours. So
And this is your first time being
a month and a
arrested?
week.
This is your first time being in jail, period.
Yeah, my first time being locked up, period. I got locked up juvenile for a year. I had a Braxis 1 and Summit Academy. You know what I mean? But
So describe for us that, like getting to the county. What would happen that first day in the county for you?
no, first day in the county was pretty wild. I went and I got out of the precinct and I got in a paddy wagon and they brought me to some other place and they picked up my man's free Anthony Molesky, man. They picked up my man's Chapo. You know, I got this tattoo a couple days before I got locked up with Anthony Molesky, you know, in Northeast Philly. Next thing you know, they pick my man's up in the paddy wagon. Next thing you know, we get to the jail and we do all the peeing in the cup to see if you have any diseases. And, you know, you sit there and you get butt naked and the nigga make you squat and cough and all this shit. And then you put on your clothes, the orange. And then the next thing you know, you sitting there with a turkey sandwich with a bunch of fucking dudes in this fucking cold thing, waiting to get your shots, waiting to get your shots and
Going
stuff.
room
And they're
to
going to take
room.
they're going to take your blood, and then, you know, it's crazy, right? And I'm sitting there fucked up because I can't get a hold of nobody. I'm getting my first call.
So they
letting me
gave you
do
the
my
free
call.
5-minute call?
Yeah, they give me the fucking call, and I don't know how to press 9-1 and then their number and all this other shit. I don't know none of this payphone shit. I'm fucked up. This is completely new. You know what I mean? And they put me with my man's Anthony in the quarantine. And we chilled in there for like a week, man, in the county. You know what I mean? We chilled in quarantine. No trays, though, man. When you first go to jail, you ain't get no trays. You ain't get no commissary. That shit over with.
Quarantine
You
is
know
the
what I'm
worst.
saying? Quarantine is the worst. You're going to be sitting there fucked up in that joint. Ain't able to deuce, no nothing in there. You're done. Nigga, no chinita, no nothing. Haha, you're going to sit there bored. No bullshit.
No deuce in there, huh?
No proper cosmetics or nothing.
Before you do that shit, think about that shit because there's no weed and there's no cigarettes and there's no scrolling on the phone and there's no ass and there's no cuddling with your bitch. And there's no none of that, my nigga.
It says no ass.
Most
No
importantly,
vagina.
Yeah, you
importantly-
got that hole up in there. There's a hole in there, but not the hole a motherfucker might want.
most importantly, your son's not there. You know, my son wasn't there, and I wasn't with my son. And that
Right.
that was stupid. That they want to take time away from my son for me speaking my mind of freedom of speech. You know what I'm saying? And a man that never committed any crimes, has no background at all. You're going to sit here and lock him up in RCF and CFCF because they had me in CFCF for 2 weeks.
Oh, you was there for 2
And I'm
weeks?
chilling with my man, you know, and I'm chilling with my man. Shout out to Santana, man. I'm chilling down there with him. And I'm chilling with that guy BD from the Gillian Wallow thing when he cried.
Yeah.
And
Shout out to BD.
I was in there with BD, you know, for you, man. And, you know, he was telling me,
What, BD locked up again?
yeah. And
Yeah,
next-
BD back in there, BD
next to you.
crazy.
What
Next-
locked up for?
I don't know. We get him when he come out.
So next thing you know, he said, like, it's cool though, and you doing the right thing. Like, you're not doing nothing. He would tell me every day, like, different shit. Like, you're not doing nothing out of the ordinary, bro. You playing chess, you reading your Bible. You're not doing nothing out of the ordinary in jail. You good. You're going to be good here. You're going to be good here. He would, like, reassure me of that because he would hit me on the gram before I got locked up, telling me he wanted to link up. Then he got locked up right before I got locked up. So when he see me in there, you know, everything was nice and smooth with him and shit like that. And he's a chill guy. Everybody respect him in there. You know, we was chilling. Next thing you know, they come in CFCF and wake me up in the C22. They wake. That's the deuce dorm, man. You niggas sit there in the day room and smoke deuce in front of 12 niggas on the fucking table smoking deuce in front of the motherfucker. They don't care and shit. But
And they just falling out all over the place.
and then one guy was standing there like this. And she'll put him in his room for the rest of the fucking day, like for punishment. You know what I mean? She'll just like push him in his room. He won't even know he's in there until he wake up. You know what I mean? That should be crazy. That deuce. I think it's roach spray or something on
You
paper.
ever smoke you
They told
something?
me it was fentanyl. When I had that $1 million fucking bail, you damn right I did.
You hit it?
I hit the chinita and I hit the deuce. I
You
was
got
fucked
there
up in
right.
that
Well, shit,
joint.
get crazy sometimes, man. It get
$1 million fucking bail. You,
It's
damn
a-
right.
you
That
got
means,
that
you know
big-
what $1 million means? That means no bail.
Yeah,
they,
man.
they might as well put no fucking bond on
It's a
your
lot
shit.
of,
You understand?
That's a lot of money, man.
Yeah, they might as well put no bond on your shit.
$1 million
So-
bill was at 100,000.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they, you know.
I wish I had $1 million.
So then comes a letter while I'm sitting in CFCF. Before they moved me though, comes a letter from my homie Joyce, and he said, "Hey man, I'm lawyered up, and don't worry, you know, stay faithful to the Lord. I'm gonna get you out of this joint." And the Lord gonna get
crazy.
you out of this joint.
Right.
And I never met this guy in my life.
So,
You know what I mean? Next thing you know, I go to preliminary. Actually, next thing you know, I wake up and I have an official visit. It's a real lawyer.
It's a lawyer.
It's no public defender with a sloppy ass suit.
What was the lawyer? What was the lawyer
It's no
name?
fat fuck anymore, sitting there handing me his card, telling me how he's gonna get me off. No, it's a real one. It's Elliot Cohen, baby. It's Elliot Cohen in the building. Real veteran. And I was so happy. He had a nice suit on. He had the little gold shit on. I was like, yeah.
Cufflinks.
Oh yeah, he had the cufflinks. Yeah, and
You still was over the F when
and
you
he was
seen him?
awesome. Yeah, I was still in the F, and I came down the joint. I said, oh man, hell yeah. And he told me, he's like, this guy fucking put 100 on your books and shit like that. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, are you serious? And I don't even know how to use commissary yet. I've been in this joint for 2 weeks. I still don't know how to use the
You ain't
commissary.
never been jailed.
Nothing
period.
like that.
Oh,
Yeah.
let's go back to that deuce. What happened when you hit that deuce?
When you hit that deuce, you go like, you know what I'm saying? You be fucked up in that joint.
No, how you was over it.
I be. It would bring me back to reality, man. I'm trying to fight the fact that I'm in jail, and I'm trying to put myself in a different mental space, like I'm not even here, just like, you know, daydream or something, right?
I know how it go, bro.
So when I hit the deuce, it woke me up. Like, I'm looking around, and there's 60 men, 80 men in here walking around right now in a circle, and we can't leave it, and no one will let me out, and no one's gonna open this door. You know, and those things would go through my head, and I would get real fucking not sad. I would get fucking mad sitting there thinking about that shit, and then I would go. And then sometimes I'd smoke the deuce in the RCF though. In RCF, it's more space and shit like that, so I kind of felt like there was more fun to have like on some shit like I can go chill with my bros, and like now I can rap. I'll smoke the RCF. They found out I could rap. So then I fucking would go over there and smoke the deuce and rap with it sometimes.
Just to pass
But when my
time.
shit got reduced, I realized the Lord was showing me favor, and that because I wasn't doing no drugs and I was keeping faithful to.
What did it get reduced to?
That. It got reduced to 350,000 when I got moved to RCF.
350,000. What's that? 3,500.
35,000.
35,000.
Oh yeah, 35,000.
So
yeah,
still not
excuse me.
cheap.
Yeah, still hell. You have goddamn right. It's
Still not
ain't cheap.
fucking cheap. Why don't you give up your track hawk or something like that to, you know, get your mans out of jail or whatever? You see what I'm saying? And I never met the nigga before. I never met the nigga before. I never met the nigga. I didn't meet him on the street. No, I didn't meet him on the street. I didn't meet him nowhere. The Lord sent him to me because I prayed. I prayed that he would let me out of here because it said in the Bible, if you're destined for prison, you'll go to prison. If you meant to die by the sword, then you'll die by the sword. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't feel like that applied to me.
Right.
My OG told me a couple of days ago, my OG Deuce, he said, man, you never did nothing wrong to nobody to the point where God would want to do something bad to you like that. You're not going to go upstate. You're not going to go to prison.
Did you almost encounter a fight in there?
No fights in there.
Have you seen any?
Yes. Yeah. Niggas go to the yard and niggas say yard up. Like on my day before I got out, shout out to my homie Squanto. You know, and we go all his nicknames here and shit. My homie Squanto, he go ahead and he brushed up all black. When you nigga, this shit is real. He fucking brushed up against somebody's arm on the steps, like his shirt kind of caught on his shirt and brushed up against it, like tap.
And
the white boy turns to him and he says, he got face tats. He's from Torresdale. It's on his neck. Yeah. He's from Frankfurt. And he's like, yo man, you could have said excuse me. You know, but he don't talk like a white boy, so he didn't say, hey man, you could have said excuse me. He's like, yo man, you could have said excuse me. And then nigga Squanto was on his Native American Indian shit. You know, he got this flat hair. He be flattening his hair in there somehow. Ain't no flat iron. I don't know how he flattened his fucking hair like a perm like that. And this nigga in there fucking everyday banger. Every day, all you hear is banger about this nigga or something, right? And you know he has it. You just know he has a stinky ass banger in his balls. That's all you know. Because when you pull that bitch out, motherfucker stink the whole room up. So
he probably boofed it.
And,
go ahead.
And next thing you know, he go ahead and he said, man, you a fucking faggot, man. Why you can't take that back? You see what I'm saying? He said something he couldn't take back, and everybody started going crazy. You fucking faggot. What the fuck you worried about me for? This and that, right? He's like, man, I don't like you anyway because you're Aryan. Like, because he's white. And I was like, yo, what the fuck? Like, start fucking shit. Like, and he's like, yo, Kobe, come to the fucking yard with me, bro. This nigga's trying to start. Yo, Kobe.
Yeah, what you calling me for?
Yo, Kobe, come to the yard. because I didn't have an altercation, but of course you're gonna almost have altercations. You're not gonna get through on a smooth ride.
Exactly.
You're not gonna get through on a smooth tip.
Please let these kids know.
Somebody going, you see what I'm saying? A nigga might not. When that cell door closes, it's just you two, and that fucking CO is very far. And it's not coming in time. And if your celly has the banger on him, you're not just getting in a fight. And if you do get into a fight, I heard a nigga say, hey, we gonna fight, and we gonna fight real hard. And it was nighttime. He's telling celly like he don't like him and shit. He said, we gonna fight real hard. He He's like, go ahead, hop down off that bunk. Go ahead, hop down off that bunk and touch your feet to the floor. We're going to fight real hard. I said, damn, then they're going to fight to the death. He was basically telling me, we're going to fight to the death.
So let's go back to you being
And this
called
is
to the
jail.
yard.
This is not prison yet. This is jail. We're not in prison yet. It's not about knocking a nigga out. So yeah, he go ahead and he told him like, yo, you fucking faggot, this and that, like that. Man, take the shit to the yard. And he pulled the bitch out. He pulled the bitch out on the fucking steps in RCF H unit. We on the steps.
You
nigga,
shot.
Take the bitch out. I'm sitting there at the fucking joint like yo. And then he turned and he said, yo, Kobe, come to the yard with me. Next thing you know, he go fuck with this nigga L2, the fucking block rep. Why you fucking with the block rep, bro? The nigga get all the motion and shit. You try to draw out on him too, because he fucking with Smoke. He hang out with the white kid. Hang out with Smoke. So it's now Smoke. Now it's Smoking L. Now it's Smoking L versus Squanto, but everyone's looking at me because he said my name. Everyone will look at you when somebody puts you into something. See what I'm saying? And he thought basically Squanto still thought I had a situation on me or something like that I did not have. I didn't have no weapon, nothing like that. After my bail got reduced, I didn't act like an animal or nothing like that.
You trying to get up out of here?
I'm trying to get up out of here. You know what I mean? Not smoking. I'm not fucking none of that shit. And there was no time to fucking nigga, your bitch call and she get butt naked on the joint and it's blurry. And you can't see her coochie, you can't see her ass, and you don't even want to beat your meat. You so sad in that joint. Like, I'm telling you, bro, you don't want to fucking go in that joint, bro. I didn't beat my joint for 40 days in that joint. I tried to fuck my girl. I'm fucked up about this shit first day back too.
Yeah.
Like I had to like wait till tonight to fuck her. You see what I'm saying? Even though she over here rubbing on me and shit like that, I'm fucked up because I'm in the open world now. A nigga just bailed me out, all kinds of shit. Like, you know, and I couldn't believe it, bro.
So let's go back to you. You getting bailed out? Hold on. First of all, you couldn't. Did you have any commissary the whole time you was in there? 'Cause you said you didn't know.
I got 100 from my man Joyce and shit, and then my friends. I would call my friends and they would send money to Cash App for food bags and shit like that because every fucking week I'm so stupid. I think I'm getting out next week. So I go ahead and I'm like, don't put nothing on my books. Don't put nothing on my phone, you feel me? Put it on the tablet time so I can watch The Godfather and so I can listen to Youngboy and Kevin Gates on the tablet, right? And I found out how to jimmy it to get the speaker to work. So I don't got to use the headphones now just to listen to my music. I can listen to it loud. All kinds of shit. So we in there fucked up. And I told my friends, my mom helped me a couple of times, and this girl here in Philly that I met, you know, down at the pizza place and shit. And that's how I ended up bailing out. And I came to her house and I stayed with her and shit and everything. But it's
So you bailed out on the 35 grand?
on June 22nd, I bailed out. Yep.
Who bailed you out?
I had to have a Nibia hearing.
Oh, okay.
Lawyered Up bailed me out.
Shout out to
Lawyered Up app. Shout out to Lawyered Up. Lawyered Up app. You know, it's if you need any help and you don't have none, believe me. Believe me, they coming. Believe me. They're coming to help you. Don't you fucking worry. If you have any open carry needs or Second Amendment needs or you need any advice or any of that, don't you worry. You're going to be lawyered up, you know.
So listen, now describe for us the day you was getting out. Like how did you find out you were getting out?
Man, I found out I was getting out. I called my girl in the morning. I had a Nibia hearing, man. They put a Nibia hearing on drug dealers and shit like that. But for little old me, they put a Nibia hearing on me. So I said, man, what the fuck?
Explain what a Nibia hearing is.
A Nibia hearing is where you have to prove where the funds are coming from that are bailing you out. That's a big fucking deal, bro. That's a big fucking deal. You're over here really telling this guy he needs to show you bank statements and all these other things to fucking bail me out.
I had to do that for my brother one time.
Right.
Just recently. It caused the whole problem in the courtroom for me.
Right. Because you got to come in also say why you're doing it too.
Yeah. It caused me a big issue.
So I'm scared of shit because today's the day just of my mans has to come and say why he's bailing me out and never met me before. Never met me before. I wonder what this guy's going to say. I don't know what he's going to fucking say. I'm sitting in the cell. I'm fucked up. But I know he told me what he's going to say, you know. He goes in there and he says it. And then he tells him, you know, hey, like, we don't have no problem with the DA. We don't have any problem with the police. You know what I mean? And Kobe's not going to diss the DA or the police. Kobe has no problem with coming outside and not touching firearms. But Kobe's going to make content, and he's going to make law content and knowledge content to teach the law of Pennsylvania and just to spread knowledge. And that's it. He's not going to have any guns in any pictures or videos, and he's not going to post anything with any guns. And they said fine. And they said fine. The judge was like, all right, cool. And next thing you know, I called my girl, and she said, "You're getting out, babe. You're getting out." It was like noon. Because I got up at 9, and then I waited all the way till noon to call her. I went back to sleep again. And I woke up.
9 at night or 9 in the morning?
9 in the morning.
Okay.
I waited till 9 in the morning. I called her. She's like, yeah, you know, blah, blah, blah. He just went to court. We'll see what's going on. I called her back at noon. She was like, yeah, you getting out. I started pounding on the doors and shit, like kicking on the doors. Because I was in there while the fucking Knicks was about to win the series and everything, right? And I never been in jail before, and especially been in jail while a playoff is going on or while a finals is going on. Everybody's kicking the fucking door. Yeah, pussy ass nigga, I told you what Wemby was gonna do, all this shit, right? And the next thing you know, everybody coming out with soups in the morning, fucked up because they just lost all their cheese. They lost everything. They gambled it all.
Wemby done went down.
Nigga fucked up, and you can't do shit about it because this nigga ain't here, been here for 5 years, just in the county working out, big as shit. You see what I'm saying? Like. And these guys work out every day, bro. And if you think you can go in there's no guns, bro. Like, whoever you killed, whoever you fucking shot, you're going to go in there and pay for it, bro. His cousin's in there, his friend's in there, his brother's in there. I promise you, bro. They be doing op checkup. And that nigga come on the fucking block, he be gone the next time you come out for rec. He be gone the next time you come out for rec. I swear to God.
I don't think they heard you, man. I don't think they hearing you.
They say, they be in the jail, they be like, op check. Or a nigga be yelling under the door while we're on lockdown, 24-hour lockdown one time. He said, yo, that nigga that just came in the John, he told him about blah, 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 and he has the face tattoo this, and he's this, and he just gave a whole description of him. I could have drew him. I didn't even need to know what cell he was
What about
in.
the texting thing they do?
The what?
The texting.
Oh, the texting. They go to the window and they do like this and then they do like this and then they, you know what I mean. So they be sitting here doing all this super fast though. So you don't know. You know, I kind of had to adapt to it a little bit, but I can only read it really slow. They do it super fast because they can't talk. You can't talk to each other from the other unit and shit like that through the window or through the cell too. Because you would have to get on the ground and yell through the crack or get on the side of the door and yell through the crack. So you just go ahead and text it through the window, and that's how you see the letters and shit like that. They
was this like space?
They be turning around. They be turning around the D's and the P's and the Q's, and then this is the spaces. But I fucking need a pen and paper to figure that shit out.
This mean girl, this mean boy.
It was.
They got a whole system.
But I'll tell you what, it's not entertaining in there. There's nothing entertaining at all about a crazy nigga pacing around the top tier every day talking about how they put a microchip in his head and they owe him trillions of dollars. He's fucking crazy. He shouldn't be on this unit. Then this other fucking guy's down here for 3 murders, and this guy's in here for domestic violence, and I'm in here and I've never committed a crime in my life.
Were you ever scared?
Oh yeah, I was scared the whole time I was in there. It just the cellies that I had, like shout out Amir Jones, Mobile, you know what I mean, and shout out to Santana and Anthony Molesky, and you feel me. You know, and then I had a single man cell. You see what I'm saying when I'm getting out. So, and then that single man cell gives you a taste of what the whole is like, but you have a tablet still. So it really gives you a gratefulness of, I still have my tablet, I still have my commissary, but this is what the whole would be like if I was, you know what I mean? You would be by yourself with no tablet, you can't call no one, no commissary, nothing like that. And there's guys in there that don't care about going to the hole. That's what scared me the most. The niggas that would be like, I don't give a fuck about going to the hole again. They really don't. So he really don't. He just came out 10 days. He just did 10 days. He just came out today. He has an apple and a banana and a loaf of bread in there because the block rec gave it to him. He's starving. He's starving.
An apple, banana, and a loaf of bread.
He just called.
Yes,
he just called his mom, and she couldn't send him the money because she's fucked up right now. And there's men in there that are using their wives for thousands of fucking dollars a month, where their wives are fucked up and their kids are fucked up because this nigga need to eat in here, and he been in here for 2 to 5 years in the fucking county because you killed 2 fucking people, and you dare call yourself a man? Because why? Because you mopped the floor in the jail. And you're bigger than me, so you can beat me up, so you think you could treat everybody how the fuck you want and all this shit. I got the shower first and all this shit. You got to fight over the shower. You got to fight over the shower. There's only 2 phones. If we didn't have tablets, we'd all fight over the phones. And you little niggas would never get it. You will never touch the phone if the tablet stopped working, if the Wi-Fi stops working one day. It's over.
Tell them. I don't think they listening to
There's
you.
not hot water. There's not cold water. The shit fucked up. Like, you sit here and you push a button and the shower goes for a minute, and then you gotta push the button again, and then you gotta sit here and worry about what's all that noise going on out there. And then when it gets quiet, that's when you have to worry. When everybody gets fucking quiet and you don't know why. And then niggas is in there, like I didn't, nobody got stabbed on H unit, but in G unit, there'd be man downs and all kinds of other shit going on the radio. Man down mean like the CO went down. A nigga getting stabbed over there and getting fucking flew to places and stuff like that or whatever, getting taken to the hospital, whatever. You know what I mean? This shit's fucking real over there, bro. Like, and the knives are ridiculous, bro. A nigga might get a nail clipper, a nigga might get a real big piece of metal.
Yeah.
And then you scrape it on the floor, you do whatever and shit like that. And then when he tell you to yard up and you don't yard up, you'll be treated like a bitch for the rest of your stay.
Tell him.
I promise you have anything wrong. There was only one paperwork party we had in there, and it wasn't a paperwork party against each other. It was this nigga came with a manila envelope, and he had the paperwork from his murder case, and he was showing us, and he was telling all of the young guys, like, look how your best friend will do you. Look how your best friend will turn on you. I'm no doubt gonna do life. I'm no doubt gonna do life for 2 murders. And he's a skinny guy. He's the store guy. He sells the fucking food. I didn't think he was malicious. I didn't think the nigga was crazy or anything I didn't think he was in here for anything like that. He always be doing good transactions, good business, everything. Nigga came in there one day after court with the manila envelope. Biggest shit. Showing you all the pictures of the crime, everything. How his man said it, how his man's told it. And it's forever friends, 20 years. This shit don't fucking matter, bro. You know what I mean? There was 3 friends that sent money, DeAndre, Ant, and Christian. 3 friends that sent money to me for them food bags. My mom, Kelly, you know, that's and Joyce, 6 people, man. You know, you might get 6 people. You might get 1 person. This one guy, Gunnar, would come to me and ask me for 3 ways, and I'd give it to him every time. And his people would never send the money. His people would never send the money.
Let me ask you a question, a little off topic. Are you Cape Verdean?
What is it?
Cape Verdean.
What's Cape Verdean?
Cape Verdean is
they're from like Africa, right?
Yeah, they're like Africans, but they're real light eyes, but they're black though.
No, I'm just from Pennsylvania. My dad's black and my mom's white.
Okay, all right. You're mulatto.
Yeah, mulatto. Yeah, that's what they are. Moulignon.
Yep, yes she is. Yep.
That was another thing too. I walked down there when I was out here for 22 days, and I spent 40 days in the county. So I'm still catching up on my time right now.
Right. Yep.
Free. As a free man in Philadelphia, I still haven't had as much time out here as I did in the cell.
That's why I like to tell people you doing 2 times. You gotta do that time in there. He's
catching up on forever for until he's 60 or 80.
Yeah. I tell everybody all the time, you do 2 times. The time they gave you in there, and then when you come home, you're doing time all over again because you're trying to catch up. I'm doing time right now, bro. Free.
And I'm only a month in there, and I'm coming out to the motherfucking the phone, and I'm fucked up about it. Like I didn't have a phone just now. I didn't have a choice to do what soap I wanted to use. I didn't have a choice that I could not have to flush the fucking toilet every time I fart and every time I drop a turd and have to take a knee to take a pee, because if you let a splash go, you might get banged out by your fucking celly, because, you know, and also, you know, you don't know everything, bro. You know, the Muslims believe that there's jinn in the toilet, so you have to cover up the toilet and make sure you do that every time, bro. Like, don't slack, bro. Like, make sure you're paying attention to other people's needs too and what they believe in too, bro. Like, don't be disregarding what niggas believe in just because you know what I mean, or any of that. Because the one dude told me, like, it was his shirt. It was his actual shirt, and he's like, yo, cover that joint up because I don't want the jinn to come out the toilet. I said, what's the jinn? He says, the demons. I don't want the demons to come out the toilet and shit like that. But also, I thought that it was because he didn't want the smell to come out after we go to the bathroom. Yeah, you know what I mean. But I'm just thinking dumb about it because I didn't even look nothing into it. And then there's good Muslim brothers in there, man. You know, guys that gave me with like socks and stuff like that, and like thermals and stuff, bro. Like, you know what I mean. Really, it doesn't matter about any of the religion in there at all to anybody. It's all respect. It's all respect. Like, all
so you're saying the respect in there is higher than out here? I'm asking you.
It's what did you do? It's what did you do? And do you have respect? Are you a man? Are you a man? Because you can't be a boy. Are you a man? And and there's boys in there, man. Kid turned is 21 years old, and what's he doing? He's smoking deuce. He could have been out taking shots, fucking a bad bitch tonight. Just turned 21. He's in there smoking deuce for his night.
And he may got a murder charge.
He just took a 7 to 12. He just took a 7 to 15.
Took that. He took it.
He just took it. Murder 3. He just took it. He was happy. He smiled at me about it. I said, "Why are you happy about it?" He said, "Bro, you don't understand here. Niggas don't get deals like that in here." You know what I'm saying? I'll be out when I'm 28. I said, no, you're not, because you got that big ass banger on you and you're going to have to use it upstate. See what I'm saying? Because somebody's family member is going to see you. Everyone's family in there. Everyone's friends in there. Everyone's from, oh, you from over here? Oh, from blah, 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 blah. Everybody's such a map artist and a Google Maps artist when we're in jail. They know every single part of Philly from their minds when we in jail. You know what I mean? And they memorize everything, you know? It's not fun. It's the stupidest thing. It's the stupidest way I've ever spent my time. It's the dumbest and most boring thing that I've ever done. The only thing it did was calm me down and understand that when I came out and I looked at the videos of me out here walking around, that I was not mentally unstable, but I was tired. I was waking up early to come outside with the AR-15 to teach people. the law and to hit every side of the city until I hit every hood, until I hit every neighborhood, so that the kids didn't shoot each other anymore with the Glocks, with the switches, so that they can just stand out there maybe with an AK-47 or with an AR-15, and it would be a visual deterrent to the fact where when your ops slide and they see you standing there with a chopper, they're like, maybe I don't want to get in a shootout today, because they don't want the shootouts here in Philly. They want to get the drop on you here in Philly. Every time I look on Reddit and I see somebody that died in Philly or something like that, they getting a drop on him, hopping out on him, doing all this stuff. But if a nigga would have had an AR-15 standing there with all of his friends and they got AR-15s too, I bet you nobody would try it. Just like Texas, when you walk and you see the cowboy with the big 357 on his hip in the store. Nobody thinks to rob the store anymore. Nobody wants to rob the store anymore, and that's a little ass gun. But you know he gonna use it.
Exactly.
But you know he gonna use it. It's a visual deterrent.
You know he got it.
It's a visual deterrent. In Pennsylvania, the police have guns on their hips, which is a visual deterrent to the fact by why you wouldn't want to shoot them, even though they piss you off. So what's the difference between a black man walking with one or walking with an AR-15, just like the SWAT do when they hop out and they raid your house for no reason? You know, it makes absolutely no sense how they thought they could stop and frisk you, and they thought they could touch you because they think you have a gun. And now when you come out with your gun and you show them that you have a gun, now they don't touch you, but they touch me. And they try to say that I do bad things and I'm not a role model, and don't listen to him. So everyone gets scared and everyone doesn't come out with their guns anymore. But it wasn't true. It just wasn't true, man. Don't worry about it. You know, I never had to beat a case before, but I'm lawyered up, and that's all I got to do.
Now you got, so you come home, like you said, you got out, you know, and you know you just back into the community, right? But you still have this case going on. So where are you at right now with your case? I don't want to talk too much about it, but where are you at with it in regards to, you know, are you going
probably
to trial?
Like motions and stuff like that. It's a really good case for me. It's really a good thing. They wanted to make me public. Larry wanted to make jokes about me and say Kobe bye, you know.
I seen it.
And he wanted to say,
Larry Krasner?
He said, Kobe Artis, we're setting your bail pretty high.
Yeah, I seen him say that. He said he will be
and
there.
I'm just quoting Larry. I'm not mocking you. You know, I have no problem with you, Larry. You know, we could have went and got a cheesesteak or something. What the fuck? But you know, I'm just saying. You said, and I quote, "Oh, Kobe, we set your bail pretty high. We're seeking a bail of $2 million. Yeah, not going to happen, buddy. And I'm going to take care of my son and go to work just like I have for the rest of my whole life. I've worked at FedEx, the Cheese Factory, Dairy Farmers of America, Steel Light International. I drive forklifts. I do construction. I've never sold a drug in my life, and I never sold a gun in my life. And these people sit here and try to put that on me because I was spreading knowledge. Because in the videos I would say, we're going to give AR-15s away to every 18-year-old in Pennsylvania. Well, guess what? That's legal, Larry. You can gift an AR-15 to an 18-year-old with just a piece of paper if you wanted to, without going to the gun store if need be. But every single 18-year-old that I would have vetted, and if I would have had to gift someone an AR-15, would have been background checked out at FFL, at Duke's, or Tons of Gun Shop on Blakiston Street. I wouldn't ever try to hand anyone any of my firearms. My firearms are mine, and they stayed in my hands, people. Don't you worry
You
about
smart,
me.
man.
Let me ask you, I got two questions. Larry Krasner, how do you feel about Larry Krasner and what he has done for the city of Philadelphia as far as, like, you know, cleaning up a lot of these gangs and so forth and so on? How do you feel about that?
Well, I first got the news of Larry Krasner when I saw the indictment in March for the YBC and the federal, because I seen that, because I listened to FS the Bender, and then I was like, fuck, I can't listen to FS no more. He's in the feds. He's in FTC. I'm like, fuck. And next thing you know, Larry made the fucking thing, and the girl sitting there showing you how she catches you for murders. They got city cameras up here every single corner. They wait for they'd see you do the murder, and then they just rewind you all the way back to the house, and then they say, oh, 4 guys came out with masks there. Who went in there without the masks? Then they rewind it a little bit more and see you go in the house without the fucking mask on. You dumb dick. They just tracked you back to the fucking house, out of the car. You switched cars. It didn't matter. The cameras, and then there'll be drones. Now Larry just bought some new drones where they're gonna come off when the shot spotters go off. Bah! The drone gonna come up and follow you to the fucking house. You can't shoot the drone out of the sky, dickhead. You're done. It's gonna follow you to the house. The U.S. Marshal isn't gonna take 2 months to get you. He's gonna get you right then and there. And then in 5 years, because last year was 17 murders got away in Philly. Next year it'll be 15. Next year it'll be 12. The next year it'll be 8. The next year it'll be 5 killers got away. And in fucking 7 years, no killers is going to get away with nothing in Philly because the cameras and the Ring cameras and all the things that Larry has available to him and the resources that he has, it's all over for you. Stop doing murder. Just grab a legal gun in self-defense or try to just hang out with your friends that are legally allowed to carry. Don't touch their guns if you're a felon.
Why do you think, my second question is, why do you think Larry, or why do you think that, I'll say Larry Crafton, why do you think that he's afraid of you spreading this knowledge to the people, to individuals?
Because I was down there at Quincy Lozada's bell unveiling down there in Kensington on KNA. She wanted to unveil this bell and make it look like it was this big, huge thing that she had donated to the community or something. And I'm behind them and I'm listening to what she's saying. It's like a little art presentation. And I said, what about this community is art right now? We're at KNA right now. There's somebody fucking dying right there on the steps. I'm behind her. I'm behind her saying these things and everyone's recording me. And the news cameras are there recording her, but I'm in the back with my AR-15 and I'm being like this and I'm doing this and stuff.
Yeah.
No, my hands aren't on my gun though. And I'm behind her and I'm like, this is real. This is real what's going on right here. Why don't you pan the fucking cameras to the steps? Why don't you pan the fucking cameras to the transit station, to the train station? Let them see them on the steps. Let them see what Kensington really looks like. Because you're telling them that it looks fucking good, but I know that it doesn't, and everyone else does too that's from here. But when you put that shit on the news to the fucking white people that would never even dare step foot down this way or get on the L, on the Market Frankfurt line, it just wouldn't, they wouldn't know, bro. They wouldn't know that when I hopped off the first day at Somerset, someone almost took a fucking piss on me. One of the addicts almost took a fucking piss on me out of the fences when I came out of the fucking station. You know what I mean? And then I looked across the street and there was a line of 20 people and the guy was saying samples, samples, and he's lighting up the shit for him and there's smoking crack in public, bro. I never seen nothing like it. They're smoking crack in public and the cops drive right past. But when it's a group of kids standing on a corner, they're selling drugs. What? You can't let people hang out? You can't let people do their thing. You even shut down cookouts for these people. You even shut down block parties for these people. You don't let them do anything with freedom. And you sit there and you walk up on these young children and you grab their waists and their groins and you pat them down and you stop and frisk them and you sexually violate them because their parents aren't around and they didn't give consent for you to search them. So you did violate their rights and you need your badges took. And that's what I had come here to do, was to take badges. I come here to make sure that all the corrupt police were done with. Like Larry says, you asked me how I feel about Larry. Larry says that he wants all the corrupt cops gone. If you want all the corrupt cops gone so bad, that's all I was trying to do, Larry, was get rid of the bad ones.
Well, what message would you have for Larry? If you can give him a message, like you talk directly to him right now.
Because he'll see it. He watches this.
He watches the podcast, yeah.
Hey, man, it's all good. I understand it's just business. It's not personal with him. You know what I mean? Somebody, Quincy Lozada brought it to your attention. You probably had to do something about it or else they'd look at you wrong. And you had to pull at strings to try to put a crime on me that I never committed. And I understand, because 6 of your officials right now are being looked at by the government in the Supreme Courts, I think, for letting people out for murders and just signing off on them and letting them right out. And that's 6 of your officials. I saw that post yesterday on the news, actually. So I know that the DA's office here is corrupt, and that's fine. And so are the police. But I'm not dissing you. And I won't say fuck you. Sorry I said fuck you, bro. I didn't even know you. You know what I mean? I was saying fuck the PPD and fuck Larry. I don't mean it, bro. I don't know all you guys. And there's some good cops that walked up to me while I had my AR-15 and would like take pictures with me and shit and tell the kids what I'm doing is legal. You know what I mean? Shout out to Kowalski. Shout out to Officer Kowalski, you know what I mean? And SEPTA police, too. They would fucking try to tell the people on the SEPTA, yo, stop trying to call us to stop the train. We're not going to stop the train for this guy with the gun. It's a legal gun.
Right.
It's all good. In Pennsylvania, SEPTA in Philadelphia is not owned by the Philadelphia city or by any private government. It's owned by Pennsylvania. So anything that you can do in Pennsylvania, you can legally do on the SEPTA. I see fiends smoking crack on the SEPTA in front of 4-year-olds, but I can't carry my AR-15. It makes you feel unsafe somehow, huh? Makes you feel unsafe when someone's shooting up fentanyl and they're armed, but then you sit there and turn around and I'm standing there with an AR-15 making sure nobody's getting robbed on the train. Not making sure, but just knowing that no one will.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I'm not protecting anyone but myself. But there is a duty to defend others in Pennsylvania. So if I'm standing there on the block with you and somebody comes down and tries to shoot you, I have the duty to shoot. I have to shoot them due to the defense of others law. I must shoot them and kill them because they're trying to hurt us.
So if just your whole case that's going on, and you said you're just going through some, emotions and so forth and so on. Do you see yourself, if you win this case, opening up a lawsuit against the city of Philadelphia?
I'm not sure. I mean, if Larry would like to resign, I could take that as a alternative. I could take that. If Larry and Quincy Lozado would resign, I wouldn't sue.
But, like,
but then there's qualified immunity problems too. You know what I mean? There's lots of things that the law library really opened me up to a lot of stuff in the jail. You know, I really spent a lot of my time in there, out of the jail. Then when I get in the jail, it's really there. So I understand that there's qualified immunity problems with the police if they search me the wrong way, how I try to sue them and stuff like that. Well, since they had a badge and since they were blah, 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 you can't sue them for their money. You can't take their personal money. It would have to be Pennsylvania taxpayer dollars, which I would hate to do, but hey, somebody got to pay for the lost time that I lost with my son, the physical and emotional damage and distress that I had to go through sitting in CFCF and RCF with people that are ready to stab each other and kill you at any moment. The fact that I had to sleep in cold cells or hot cells. Sometimes the AC don't work.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's clogged up from all this toilet paper that people put up in the joint. So you know what I'm saying? It's really not. It's not fair what they did to me. I don't deserve it. I don't deserve to be put in jail ever again, and I won't be because the Lord won't let it be.
Quick question real fast. When's your next court date?
August 19th.
August 19th. All right, now, waiting up to that court date, do you still have your gun license as of now after you've been charged? So
they gave me it back in my property. No, I haven't gotten any letters that said that it's revoked or anything from Newcastle, Pennsylvania. I got my gun license in Lawrence County, so when I was doing my open carry, the PPD called Lawrence County and told them to revoke it for character and reputation clause. My city officer, shout out to Sheriff Perry Calero. He said no. He said no, and he gave me a call, and he said, yo, Kobe, they just tried to call me and tell me that you're, yelling at their cops and shit, and they're trying to take your shit for character and reputation. I'm not going to let them take your LTCF because you never had a problem with us. In Newcastle, Pennsylvania, I've never tested the police to the point where I'm yelling at them or having confrontations with them. I open carry my firearm. You know what the Newcastle police do? They do like this. Oh, what's up, Kobe? Oh, you keeping the community safe? Oh, what's up, man? They know I'm not no fucking harm. I'm harmless. The Newcastle Police Department, Bobby Salem, the chief of police, will tell you, Kobe Artis is harmless. He's never harmed anyone, and since he's been 18 years old in Newcastle, Pennsylvania, open carrying rifles, since I was 18.
How old are you now?
On my 18th birthday, I'm 24.
Okay.
6 years I've been open carrying in Pennsylvania, and I've never had a problem until I stepped foot in Philadelphia for 22 days, for 2 weeks. For 2 weeks.
Did they give you your
3
guns? Your guns back, or they still got them?
No, they got my guns until December or next December or whenever they want to finish this trial off. I'm not. I don't test the courts. I don't have any problem with them.
So why would they take your guns if you have your license? I don't understand.
Well, I had my license on me when I got booked. So when I went to CFCF to get my ID, they gave me my gun license and my ID, whatever I had in the property bag from the property tag.
But if you search up your gun license, it would say that you're an active carrier, meaning that you can carry a firearm.
Or suspended right now?
No, I wouldn't be. No, it's not suspended either. I don't think. I haven't gotten a letter or anything from nobody. But I would say that I can't have guns right now because I'm on bail. That's the only reason I can't have guns right now, because I have an open case and I'm on bail.
That's what I was getting to.
If I did not have an open case and I was not on bail, I would legally be able to go and buy a new rifle from the gun store. But I can't go buy a new rifle from the gun store until the day the case dismisses.
Exactly.
I'll walk in the gun store and I'll buy a new AK-47 and I'll come right back out and I'll continue teaching. But that would only be if everything was according to plan. If they want to sit here and play around, they think they can throw plea deals. They think they can do these types of things. But you know what happens if I take a plea deal? I tell all the kids that I lied to them and that I misled them, and that if they come out with an AR-15, that they're going to get locked up like me. And that's just not the truth. So what am I going to do? Am I going to do 5 years upstate, or am I going to get off scot-free? Because that's all they're offering. They're not offering any county bids.
Did they offer you anything yet?
They're not offering any county bids. That's all I know.
They might offer you 11-23 suspended.
No.
You ain't never been in trouble before.
You never been in trouble before.
You ain't never been in trouble in your life.
Never been in trouble before, but it's a big political attack on me because I am who I am, Pennsylvania in the building. Walked around Kensington untouched for 2-3 weeks. Nobody touched them. Nobody killed them in West Philly, South Philly, Southwest Philly, Northeast Philly, North Philly. Nobody touched them in Chester. Oh my God, it's a big fucking deal. But then I didn't get the whole Philly. I do though. Every bus I get off, even still without my gun, people walk up to me and shake my hand. People walk up to me and give me hugs and be like, "Yo, man, you're gonna beat that. That shit was bullshit."
Do you think Larry is afraid that you're going to turn the city into the Wild Wild West? Yes.
I don't think Larry's afraid of anything. I don't think Larry even thinks about me ever, as much as I thought about him in jail. I thought about Larry every fucking night. Yeah, I did. Oh, yeah, I did.
So you know Larry
we would talk
personally.
about you, Larry, every night in fucking jail. You know, we have long talks about you. When you come on the TV, they'd be like, "Yo, Kobe, there's your favorite op." You know, they'd be like, "Oh shit!" Like,
Yeah, they saying
but he's
Larry
not my op. You know, I have no
op to
problem with
everybody.
Larry. It's business. It's business. It's not personal. Somebody came to him with some shit and was like, yo, I think I can get him on this. And it's just not facts, because there's a lot of AI videos and there's a lot of this and that they try to sit here and say are real, you know what I mean, on celebrities and on images and people that have image, people that have something going on for them. You know what I mean? But I met, just off of me being myself, I met Meatball. You feel me? I met Skrilla. I ran into the mayor down there at Benny Siegel's restaurant opening. You know, I ran into, you know, and I'm not just running into these people either. I done hung out in Kensington. You know, I was getting my hair cut in the barbershop when Skrilla walked in. And then down at the Kensington concert, shout out to Skrilla, he came down there, and all the kids, I really got to see what that really was. Like what that really is, like how much he really means to them, how much that shit really means to them when they say the songs that he's, and he knows all the addicts. He knows them, their names, and they know him. And that's his community. That's his shit. When he told me the one time, he was like, I was like, man, like what the fuck is up with this and that? And I'm talking about security shit. And he's like, man, ARP ski, man, you need to take a Xanny, bro. You need to take a Xanny, bro. I'm loved here in Kensington, man. It's love here. I said, nah, man, but it's Philadelphia. You know what I mean? And you know, the free FS Bender shirts and shit like that. I'm worried about him and shit. And he's like, man, you don't got to worry about that, man. Matter of fact, here, why don't you take my number? You can be my security. I said, man, why don't you be your own security? You've never been in trouble before. You know, maybe you can go ahead to the gun store tomorrow and we'll put your Draco on a sling. We'll put your Draco on a string. And you'll come out and you'll open carry and show the kids how they can legally carry the gun. And you know what he said? He said that it was his image, and that right now, he said, man, my album's coming out on May 1st, man, Z, and you know, it's about crash outs and switches and perks and lean, and that's my crowd right now. That's who I'm attracting right now. I said, no, man, you're attracting white kids. When you look at your show and you look at the concert, who really buying your tickets? It's a bunch of white kids in the crowd and shit, and some niggas, but no, like they're not, you know what I mean? You telling the kids what to do right now. So I said, he said, nah, man, it would fuck up my image. I said, no, man, it would make you something real special. If you came out and told the kids to go to the gun store and don't buy that switch off the street no more. Imagine if Skrilla told them, nigga, don't go grab that fucking dirty ARP. Let's go get a clean one for $500. Why would you buy that for $1,500 off the street when you can buy it for $500 in the store? You just saved yourself $1,000.
And you're legal.
And you're perfectly legal. Now when the police walk up on you and you got your book bag on, per se, whatever you want to have in it, and they try to walk up on you and frisk you and see what's in your book bag and touch your book bag, you go ahead and tell them, nah, and you can't touch me because the Sumter ruling says you cannot touch me because I'm 18 years old and I'm open carrying my rifle and I have my ID. That means that I'm not doing anything for you to have probable cause or totalities of circumstances to search me. Anything you do find on a search on me will be fruit of the poisonous tree and will be thrown out in court. And we will file habeas corpus at preliminary. The only reason I waived my preliminary was to get my bail reduction, though. I could have filed habeas corpus and motions to dismiss.
You try to get up out of there.
But
you wanted to get up out of there.
I got to get up out of here. It's $1 million. My nigga's not about to pay $1 million. My nigga only got 35. We ain't got 100,000. We don't got 100,000. We only got 35. And they thought I came here dead broke too. They thought I come here dead broke because I'm wearing like holes in my clothes and everything like that, my image and everything. I was walking a mile in Miles shoes. Rest in peace to Miles Eugene Robertson, my brother, you know, from Newcastle, Pennsylvania, born in Philadelphia. Why I came to Philadelphia, but raised in Newcastle and died in Newcastle by the sword. You know, and that's just how it goes when you want to live by the sword. And that's how it's going to go when we live by that sword. But I put down the sword and I gave it up. You know, I never even picked it up, really. I never killed anybody or shot anybody. Everybody will tell you that in Newcastle, and that's fine. But, you know, that's just who I am, and I came here being myself. And I didn't tell anybody I shot nobody or killed nobody. I just came here and told everybody that I know the law and I can help you. And what happened? They gave me hugs and they dapped me up and when I went broke on my 7th day, nigga would be asking me out there like, yo, Kobe, you eat today and shit like that, and they would know I was lying and they would buy me a piece of chicken or something. Like, you niggas don't know how this shit go out here, how giving Kensington really is, how it's not zombie land, it's not a bunch of places with a bunch of zombies. It's something real. It's something that you'll never see anywhere else, and it's fucked up too. But the people there really care, bro. Like the shoes on my feet are from Coke, from Ride for Free organization. From everything I'm wearing on my body right now was given to me from people in Kensington. Everything on my body was given to me, you know, here.
So If we was ask you a question, what would be your favorite part of Philadelphia? You would say Kensington.
Yeah, I would say Kensington. I would say Kensington and Madison, Pink Panther area, right there by the store. You know, Maze Studio. Shout out to the Maze Studio. Wow. Shout out to Jason Poindexter.
So you know you're home now, and then is this trial August 19th, or is this just what is this? Preliminary?
Yeah, it's no, I think it might be even pre-trial arraignment or something like that.
Oh, so you went to the preliminary already?
Yeah, I already went to preliminary and waived it. I went to preliminary and waived it. Now I just went to a court date to show them that I would show up after bail or something like that. Now I'm going to the next one, August 19th, to probably start up for the battle or the war or whatever. But just knowingly, like I said, they're not. I don't think they're shooting for a county bid because how hard they come for me with the $2.5 million request for the bail. So you know, I have to either mentally prepare to go to state prison or I need to mentally prepare to not go to jail at all. But either way, I'm going through the situation in my life, and it is the scariest thing I've ever seen. You know, why I have to go back to my son today, why I'm leaving everything here in Philadelphia to go back to my son today and make sure he's taken care of in Newcastle and everything, because I really was getting blinded and distracted by all the shit that I thought I could monetize off of to take care of him, when really they fucking came and they silenced me, and they won't let me tell the kids. They won't let me tell the kids again. If I try to tell the kids again, I come out here, even with other guys with guns, they'll find something to revoke my bail. They will send you back. They'll revoke your fucking bail. They'll revoke your fucking bail for smoking weed outside and whatever. You know what I'm saying? Anything. I jaywalk, they'll revoke my bail. I promise you. They've been watching me. They just raided me 2 days ago. And they asked the kids, like the bitch I'm fucking with, they asked our kids, like, hey, do you feel safe with Kobe in the house? Where's the guns in the house? Where does Kobe keep the guns? They think I fucking sell guns, bro. They fucking kicked the fucking door and all this shit. And I came down the steps butt naked. They said, search warrant, Kobe, come downstairs. And I come down butt naked and shit. And they like, yo, where's your fucking clothes, bro? They acting like it's not a big deal. I'm like, yo, why are you taking me? I'm fucked up. By the time I get to the bottom of the steps, I'm like, why are you taking me to the jail, bro? Why? What did I do for the bail revoke? He's like, man, calm the fuck down, bro. Put this towel on. Mad as shit, I came down butt naked. Like, why you ain't put your clothes on? Bro, I'm not supposed to move. I'm supposed to come down with my hands up. Nigga got AR pointed. What are you talking about?
And I'm in my house. I could be butt naked in here.
Yeah, I'm sleeping with my bitch butt naked, bro. Sleeping with my bitch butt naked at 6 a.m. So,
they came in at 6 a.m.?
Yeah, it came in at 6 a.m. like 2 days ago. So I go ahead and I go down there and I'm fucking with them and shit. And they like, look, we want to see where the guns is at in here or something. We just making sure there's no guns. They go ahead, they find no guns. They go ahead and they fucking leave, bro. They fucking leave me alone. Like, what the fuck? Y'all niggas can just...
Did they have a search warrant or anything?
They had some search warrant. They had a search warrant and shit like that. And they give us the shit. And the shit just fucked up. Like,
are they trying to catch you?
But underneath what cause, though? Like, what... Giving them the probability.
My bitch took a picture of my legs in the court. My bitch took a picture of my legs in the courtroom, and her dumb ass posted it on Instagram. That's contempt of court. You're not supposed to take pictures in the courthouse.
Oh yeah,
not in the courthouse, but in the courtroom.
Right.
But since the judge wasn't up there, she got community service. But that gave them reason to kick the door and see if I had any gun. You see what I'm saying? They trying me. They tried it. You see what I'm saying? They thought I had some type of weed, anything. If there would have been anything in the house, it'd have been over for me. It would have been on me.
So did they flip mattresses? They messed the house up, or
they messed up? They messed up one of the rooms and stuff for sure. But they really just came in to check the shoe boxes. They fucked up all the shoe boxes and shit like that and everything. And they left the laundry room alone and shit. But like, the niggas know I ain't got no guns by the way I'm acting. I mean, I'm down in the fucking dining room fucked up. Like, bro, come on, why y'all niggas taking me back to jail? Why you taking me back to jail? And it's AG Murphy, Special Agent Murphy or whatever, the same one I told you about, the Attorney General. They weren't any Philadelphia cops in there. They were all black badges that said Attorney General on them. They were all not FBI, but probably right under FBI. And they fucking in this drawing like everyone with an AR too. Nobody with no pistols. I'm like, damn. Next thing you know, they like, yeah, well, it's all good. Here's the fucking paper and shit, and give it to the bitch that run the house and shit. Where address is her address, not mine. Shit like that. I'm like, damn, I gotta get the fuck from this shit. I just put these kids through a traumatizing time. You know what I mean? And this bitch, I just put her through a traumatizing time and shit. But her dumb ass should have took the picture, you know, and I gotta get away from this stupid ass bitch. You know what I mean? So that's why I'm taking off and making sure that my son is taken care of with me as well, because, you know, that shit fucked me up when you get a call up in that John and you know, I only been gone for 2 months and this bitch over here, you know what I mean, fucking with another nigga and all this shit. And, you know, your bitch will leave you within 2 weeks of you being in jail.
How was that for you? Did it happen to you?
Oh yeah, you know, when I called one time and my son would be like telling me about Deshaun, like that's his friend. He hangs out with Deshaun. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, okay, like his little friend that he played with down the street. She tell me that too. She like, that's his little adopted friend he played with down the street. Next thing you know, he like, I call early. I call early, and my son know how to answer the phone now from the jail because his mom taught him. So he hit the button and shit, and he answered, and he's like, "Oh, I'm just here with Mom and Deshaun. Here, Deshaun." And he handed him the phone, and I heard a fucking deep voice. I'm like, man, what the fuck? Like, bitch got a nigga around my son on Father's Day, too. You see what I'm saying? I'm like, damn, bitch, like, it's like that and shit like that. All right, I'm gonna shit on you and this and that. It's cool and shit like that, right?
Did that hurt?
No, yeah, it fucking hurt. And I was kicking the walls and kicking the cell and shit.
Did you cry?
Shit. You know what I mean? No, I only cried about, like, my son. You know what I mean? I only cried about missing my son and missing, like, things like the trees and the air and shit like that I could see but I couldn't touch. And I would cry about the Bible when I opened the Bible and stuff. I didn't cry about no bitch because she, because I expect that out of her. I expect that out of her. You know what I'm saying? When I really sat there and thought about it and I was angry about it,
If you mind me asking, is she a Caucasian or black?
No, she a white girl. So, that's just what she gonna do. And plus, you know. So when you make a baby with someone you don't love them and you make a baby out of just having sex with her because you like fucking her and y'all fuck good, that shit, you know what I mean? Expect the bitch to do what she do. So
Deshaun seems like he's a black guy. The name like Deshaun.
No, he was a light-skinned ass nigga. He couldn't even beat me, though. He couldn't beat me. I would fuck him up bad, but it ain't even about that because I'm on bail, so I won't do it to him.
Yeah, stay free, man. Stay free.
It would be a sanctioned boxing match. Charity.
So what's next for you? Like, you home now, you're going through all this stuff. You got this high profile case. Everybody knows you in the city. So what's next for you though? What can we look forward to with you?
You can look forward to me beating the case on national TV if everybody pulls up and does what they need to do. You can expect all the guys out here in Philadelphia to open carry individually, rifles, shotguns, AR pistols if you are able. If you're 21 and up, you can open carry your AR pistol with just an ID, or you can carry any pistol with an ID after 21. If you're 18, you can open carry with just an ID, rifles and shotguns. No ARP ski for you. And just always remember that PA Section 6120 says Philadelphia doesn't make rules. And even though it says it's a city of first class, that doesn't apply anymore because the city of Philadelphia doesn't want to act like a city of first class. There's needles on the ground. There's shit on the ground, and it's human shit. And there's people on the ground, and they're really dead. And they're really dead, and they're really gone. And you can't wake them up no more. And the ambulance doesn't come for 20 minutes. And
only 20 minutes? I thought it was 40 minutes.
I mean, if you get shot, I could bet you it'd be fucking 40. You know what I mean? On my 10th day, I was hanging out. On my 10th day, my man Fearless Frankie got shot. Fearless Frankie Brown, the Fearless Philadelphia hero. He got shot on 18th Street, right where I would hang out with him at. And everyone told me in Kensington that day, Kobe, if you would have been there, you would have had to use your gun. Kobe, you would have been there, you would have had to, you would have got shot. Frankie got shot 14 times. And then they locked me up. You know what I mean? And I didn't know how Frankie was. And now that I got out, I see Frankie and he's walking around. He's so strong. And they were walking around and shit like that. He got shot in the eye, his eyes going, shit like that. You see what I'm saying? Fearless Philadelphia hero from the Past Nuck Projects. Straight up, man. And that shit fucked me up too. Like, a nigga got shot while I was here. I ain't been here for 2 weeks. A nigga got shot that I hang out with every day, and I ain't been here for 2 weeks. And they really stood over him, all kinds of shit. And the nigga showing me a video of my man's crawling out the fucking house like this on his arms. His legs don't work. Like, and it make you all angry, but you can't slide for shit because you're not from here. This is not you. You know what I'm saying? You're not about to slide for nobody at all. No way. You know what I mean? You don't know what the fuck will happen to you here. These niggas will hop out on you 4 fucking 6 deep if they can. You know what I mean? This shit is not a game. This is not a game how the blocks are set up for them to die, and there's no alleyways and there's no gangways for people to cut through people's yards to get to the store for a shortcut. You guys ever heard of a fucking shortcut before? Newcastle, PA, we got shortcuts where I can cut through 3 old ladies' lawns, and they might yell at me. We got
certain parts of the city.
They might yell at me for walking through their lawn, but I'm just trying to get to the store.
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying?
It's changed a lot now in Philadelphia because all this new construction, so you can't really do that as much as you used to, because we used to cut through blocks and lots.
Yeah, they build the city so the youth can die. They build the city so that you have to run either down the street, back down the street, or under a car. You can't even hop a fence to get into somebody's backyard to do anything here because all the fences are pointy. And why do you lock up the grass so no one can touch the grass? So you can have a concrete jungle so they can feel like they can never see nature or feel nature until they get to South Philly, down by Skinny Joey Merlino's. Shout out to Skinny Joey Merlino's too, but it's like even down there, that's the only area that I've seen that wasn't a death trap. Kensington is a death trap. Fucking North Philly's a death trap. No doubt in my mind, West Philly's a death trap, the way they set up the city, the way they set up the blocks here. There's no alleyways or gangways or none of that shit no more. There definitely is not. I would have died if I had any problem with anyone out here, I would have been dead already. No doubt in my mind. Because even once you get out of jail too, like they'll catch you out here too. People don't forget.
Yeah.
I ran into a guy in jail that was like, yeah, I just got out on this and that, and then I caught the guy from this and that, and I did this, and then now all of a sudden I'm back in jail. People don't forget, so you're going to get into shootouts when you get out of jail as well, even though after he did 10 years. This fucking guy just did 10 years. And he's still getting into shootouts, still have to grab the gun, still have to pick up the gun. I understand the pain and the reason why you got to still pick up the gun. I got shot too. I got shot when I was 14, you know what I mean? So I get it. I got shot in my hip. And then, you know, my brother Miles, like I said, Miles Eugene Robertson, I walked a mile in his shoes. You know, I walked up the city in his shoes. And he went ahead and grabbed his first gun. And he went ahead and started shooting up the city and started shooting guys in the city until he got juvenile life. And Miles got juvenile life. And when he got out and as an adult, he went to stab one of our friends because one of our friends was showing signs of betrayal. And when he tried to kill the coward, he shot him in self-defense and he killed him. And that's where I learned that. Because in the morning, the guy that killed Miles got out in the next morning. And he went to work and he clocked in a shift. And I said, damn, you can kill somebody and get out in the next morning. You can go back home to your son. You don't got to go to jail at all. Wow. He really just did that in front of me. You know what I mean?
Just got to be legal.
And just got to have a legal gun and a legal gun license. Wow. I said, that's what I'm going to practice with my guns. I'm going to practice not how to use them in malice, but I'm going to learn how to use them in only self-defense. And I'm going to learn how to teach self-defense legally so that nobody uses their guns in a bad way to kill somebody and get an M1, M2, or M3, because those are, you're gone, bro. You're gone.
Next question. Do you feel, do you fear for your life?
Only in jail or prison. But that's, you know, because that shit was fucking scary, bro.
Because of the cops, I'm speaking about because you're on the streets, you think the cops may look for a reason to possibly do something to you that's out of the ordinary.
No. I think they have direct orders. I think they had a meeting and have direct orders not to harass me, or else they'll lose their case. If they touch me while I'm on bail and they harass me and they don't lock me up for good reason, they will lose their fucking case for harassment. Because then it'll be clear that they're harassing me. It'll be made abundantly clear that you're fucking harassing me, PPD and Attorney General, for no reason, because I'm not committing any crimes. I have freedom of speech, and I have not dissed the DA or any of the PPD. I've not said fuck you or anything like that, bro.
So what do you if you beat this case, will you go back to open carrying again?
Yeah, when I beat this case, I'm gonna get a barrage of rifles, beautiful rifles with 100-round drums, with forced reset triggers and super safeties inside. But I won't bring them to Philadelphia because I know that you have the ban of rate of modification, and that if I bring a binary trigger or FRT here, that will be classified as a machine gun. So I keep my FRTs out of Philadelphia County and out of Philadelphia City. But yeah, FRTs and super safeties, let's just say that they make your gun shoot fully semi-automatic.
Wow. So for someone who may have had a case, I don't know if this is just because a lot of people may have had cases maybe 20 years ago, 25 years ago. Would they qualify? They had like a drug case, not like something like a shooting. They had like a drug case. Would they qualify to get a gun license after 25 years?
I don't know. You
gotta get your record expunged.
Only guy I've ever seen get his record expunged is when Meek Mill did the Meek Mill. He got the governor's pardon, he got the expungement, and he got his LTCF. Now I see Meek Mill shooting switches in the fucking gun range and FRTs in the gun range all the time. So that's how I can say too that FRTs are legal, force reset triggers are legal. Even Meek Mill's and all the gun YouTubers, Call In New York, Demolition Ranch, everyone shoots FRTs, and they are legal in all of the United States.
Have you met Meek Mills since you've been home? Because he's real big on this whole prison reform.
No, I didn't. Yeah. No, if they would have never locked me up, I would have met Gilly and Wallow and you guys a long time ago. You know what I mean? And Meek and Uzi, you know, for sure. Because, I was just being myself, bro. And I was walking in North Philly. I ran into Meatball. Meatball came out, hopped out and gave me a big hug, and we did a video out there and shit like that. And then Benny Siegel's opening this fucking restaurant, so I'm popping out down to that shit, and I caught the mayor down there, you know, and then I'm catching Skrilla coming to his hood because he heard I was there and shit. And he came to fucking see what the fuck the shit was in his hood. Like, this guy got an AR-15 in my hood. You can really walk around like this? And then we did a video with Fist Balla down there, and he really, you know, helped me show off my craft and what I really know and shit. Like, it was real down there, man.
You had a pretty exciting time doing your stay in Philadelphia.
And then like South Street, I went to South Street like 2 or 3 times, and every time you go down there, you won't be getting right. Like, I got right, like, for real, man. You know, I was only here for 2 weeks, and I had 2 beautiful women out this joint, but only one of them held me down, you know. And this woman was different than my baby mom, and different than all these women I've ever met in my life. This woman held me down. I'm talking, like, she put $700 on the phone, tablet, and books. Like, she answered the phone the whole fucking day, and she couldn't visit the fucking jail or nothing like that. But if she could have, she would have. You see what I'm saying? But also, when you get out of jail, you see what that woman is really, and who she really is. And you say what she's done doesn't matter, but what she done do matter.
It do matter a lot.
What she done, when you don't want to walk around with a bitch that every block you hop out on, that's her ex-boyfriend. Or, you know what I mean? Because you fucking with an older bitch, when you fucking with a 40-year-old bitch that's been living here her whole life, everybody done been through her. You see what I'm saying? You don't want to do, and then you got to deal with her kids, and then you got to deal with her kids, and you don't like her fucking kids because they're all brats and they're all fucking spoiled. You know what I mean? And they don't want to leave the fucking house. They want to sit there on FaceTime all day. And I'd be like, yo, let's go ride the scooter there, or let's go do some shit. Like,
so you came here trying to be a step pop, huh?
No, she that's basically what had to happen because I had to bail out type shit. So I had to be like step up to a stepdad role. But I've only raised a 4-year-old. I've been with my son every day of his life, except for this 2 months that I've been in Philly. So basically, this was almost like a business trip, you know, because I would have monetized off of this and shit. You know
a business trip turned to you getting arrested?
Yeah,
and becoming a step pop. That's a hell of a trip.
And almost became into a step pop, but the kids hate me. You know, they'd be like, fuck you, Kobe. My mom was going to leave you. And they didn't know that today I was leaving her. So that's a little different. Yeah. That's a little different. You know, that's a little crazy.
It's Philly for you.
Yeah, it is.
You come here and catch a case.
In 14 days, in 24 days, you can catch a case.
And then become a step pop, yeah?
And man, I mean, the girl that you thought she was on the phone and everything like that, you can even get around her friends and they gonna be like be careful. You know what I mean? Like, when niggas got walk up to you and tell you be careful about dealing with that woman, it's a problem. Yeah. So, yeah, man.
So, man, listen, man, we appreciate you coming on the show, you know, sharing your story, man. Is there anything else you want to say, man? Like, anything else you got to say, you know, to the people that might want to, know about you, your story, you know, anything? Is anything that you want to share with the audience?
Yeah, man, I planned this last year for 6 months on Google Gemini AI to come to Philadelphia and save Pennsylvania. In 2032, I'll be governor and I'll abolish homelessness in Pennsylvania. In 2040, I'll be president and I'll abolish homelessness in the whole United States with all the hidden taxpayer dollars. I came here to teach open carry. I came here to teach rights that we already have, that you've been had, but nobody was going to tell you you had. The school won't tell you that you can do this, but I will. And I'll never be scared to stand up for what's right because I came here to make sure that everyone knows what's right. Jesus is in my life. Jesus will always be here. The Holy Spirit and the Lord have blessed me to be out of the jail cell. I'll never touch back to the jail cell because I'm lawyered up. And, shout out to Lawyered Up. Shout out to Kensington Ride for Free. Free Anthony Molesky. Free Amir Jones, free Treasure Tony. Rest in peace, Miles Eugene Robertson.
And you have an Instagram or anything you want people to know about?
M Wilds World on Instagram, man. You know M Wilds World, MWILDS World, man. You know, because it's M Wilds World. It's about miles for me. I had to slide through and step for my brother, but I ain't have to step on nobody. So that's how it is.
Then you want to say, Young, before we get up out of here?
Man, they heard it. I ain't got nothing to say. They heard everything.
So what I got to say is, make sure that everybody continue to follow us on Instagram, all platforms. We are available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio. This episode is sponsored by TNS Media Group. And we want to thank you for coming through, man, and shedding light on your story, man. And you are, I'll say this, you are very, very popular out here, and people are actually wanting to hear what you have to say. Yeah. And I'm glad you came up here. You didn't come up here and glorify the streets or glorify the prison system. You came here and said what's going on inside the prisons. People are in there facing a lot of murders, getting a lot of time. People are in there on drugs, and it's not a place of comfort. Prison is very, very uncomfortable, but also you spoke about...
You won't get out. You won't get out quick. You won't get out quick. Don't ever get that in your mind. Don't ever put that in your mind. Don't ever think that in your mind. Get comfortable. You will sit, but you don't have to act like an animal. You don't have to kill anybody. You don't have to stab nobody. But, just know that you're not getting out quick in Philadelphia. Pick DC, CFCF, or RCF. You will not be out quick. So make sure to have a comfortable stay in that cold fucking stupid fucking cell without your bitch that you could have fucked every night, but now she's getting fucked. Getting her legs put behind her fucking head. You sitting there beating your fucking self up, banging your head against the wall because you can't even hear her. But she just showed you the pussy earlier on the phone, but she's still getting pounded down. Do you want this? Do you want this? Or do you want to go shoot that nigga because he fucking killed your brother? He's going to get killed anyway. But you got to go do it personally. You have to. It's a must. I have to go and do this for the block because the block's going to put the money on my books, right? While you sit there and eat not even noodles, but you just eat your tray. You can't even get a fucking noodle. Or you'll spend all your noodles on Deuce. What do you want to do? You want to take the fucking mask off and go and get the rifle from the gun store? Or do you want to go and grab that switch from the basketball court and go ahead and spray down the block and hit those little girls again? Beautiful women walk around with eye patches and gunshot wounds because they were in the wrong place at the wrong time because your dumb ass never trained with your gun. The first time you shot your gun was at a nigga. Stop it. Hang it up. You're done. Pennsylvania in the building.
That's a hell of a message, man. And this tells from the jails, man. And we up out of here. Appreciate y'all.